A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Mississippi State's offense will take the field first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and it's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
What we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success. So you got to wonder after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on 4th?
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
After getting that fumble, if you're on offense here, you've got to be thinking touchdown, right? So after that run play, this is a big third down opportunity to either...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. At the 35, he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Addison. Bust through behind his pad. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Red Raider. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had 1 game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pickoff, what a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. To the air on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to fourth down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call, really nice execution.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. At the 45 on his way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He wants to throw it again. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Now, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying play action. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the...
There he goes! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. This time he's got it. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to go up top at times, running out the half. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Addison. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And the Red Raiders started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Quickly complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Red Raider! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Finally, on defense, looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think, setting up 4th down. And that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones 8. East Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Red Raiders are on the move. On the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Gets it to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Red Raiders come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. trip to the end zone, his 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Miami is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. Man, the U is staring at a big fat L right now. They're trailing by 18 to Auburn. We promise to keep you updated if anything changes in this matchup of 1 versus 2. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was good. And coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. This time on target. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback bonus strike.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the beatdown has ensued.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Makes the grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Sends it back in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got a man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. From the gun. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Taylor wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Texas Tech, 38, Mississippi State, 20.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by just one over Arizona State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the quick game. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quick strike complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has it with really good field position. Let's go. Let's go. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Taylor wants to throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Red Raider! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Toss sweep right. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming to the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Taylor wants to throw it. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
At the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Mississippi.
Looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Back's got it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Mississippi State, 27.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.